Good morning, everyone. We are here for your Meet the Current PGPM session. Hope everybody's had a good start to their Sunday mornings. We have today with ourselves myself, Meherpreet Kaur. I'm from the PGPM HRLP batch, Manan Gupta, who's from the PGPM Analytics batch, and Naveen Bali from the Marketing cohort. Today we'll be having a brief introduction on what's the admission process at Soil like and a quick Q&A session so that we can, help you out in understanding and clearing out whatever tiny bits of doubts you might be having regarding the process and the course. So I'll be just quickly sharing my screen. Just give me a minute. I hope it is visible. Please do let me know once it is. Is it visible?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Thanks, Manan. So the question we're answering today is why did I choose, rather we three chose 1 year MBA over the 2 year MBA. Our agenda consists of a quick introduction, MBA related myths, benefits of a year long MBA and scholarships and funding at SOIL, and then a brief question and answer round. So as I said, there's me, Manan and Naveen. I have 3.6 years of experience. Manan's got 2 and Naveen's got 2.5. First thing that we have with us is myths related to doing MBA or 1 year MBA, which is, it's only for engineers. So there's nothing like that, guys. I would rather say that if you have enough conviction within yourself and the will that yes, you want to further on the path of your education, higher studies, you can get into it, and it's extremely accommodating towards people of all the backgrounds and every kind of educational stream as well. The second we has that MBA is not essential, it's expensive, you need a high score in CAT, and part-time MBA is fine. Now, I would like to start off with the part-time MBA is fine. Uh, there will be plenty of people that will be, telling you about it that, oh, it's fine, you part-time MBA is good enough when you're, especially when you're working and everything. I'm not saying that it's not, but the kind of benefits and the experience you get at a full-time MBA or a full-time PGPM course is far more than a part-time one. And your essential learnings is not coming from the books or the readings that you are being prescribed, rather the peer learning experience you're getting, along with the experience you get access to from your faculty and guest lecturers that are coming on the campus to, address the students. High score in CAT, well, Soil is one such institute that does not believe in the mere thing that academics is everything, and especially CAT. So they have their own examination, that is the STAT or STAT. You can get into that if you're not comfortable with any other examination examination that's out there. It's extremely accommodating in terms of expense as well. And there are a lot of ways that our admissions team supports students in, getting fundings and everything, wherever and wherever essential and required. Next, we have benefits of a year-long MBA, which is like, you get to restart your career. In our cohort, there are a lot of people who are here for changing their domains and restarting their careers. Oftentimes it happens that you have started off your work experience journey, and in between at some point or another time you find that okay, this is good, but maybe there's something else that you would want to explore and go further in. So this platform that Soil provides through the PGPM program is an extremely, I would say, accommodating one, that there are enough resources for you to come learn again from a fresh start and get on to that journey again. We have a focused curriculum here with enough opportunities and healthy networking that helps you understand the new world better. And while that process, there's also the whole aspect that you have the opportunity that from your own experiences you can help somebody else who might be looking to get into that field. So the aspect of networking, sharing knowledge, and growing alongside is exceptional here. Next, we have why soil. So, as I mentioned before, that it has a strong focus on building leadership skills and values. At soil, even while the admissions process, sorry, you would get a feel of this factor, that it is not just the academics that soil focuses on. However, it's also the leadership values, the personal skills, and basic values that it focuses on, because it's believed that a person's conviction, strength, and focus is what builds you, and academics, other kind of resources are just add on to that. Like they just help you get along to that next level. Soil's got 100% careers record with average CTC of 11 LPA and highest of 19 LPA. We have an industry relevant curriculum and experienced faculty. And the mentorship and experiential learning is something that has helped everybody in our cohort, as it did in the previous ones as well. And there is an extremely strong consortium partnership and industry network that Soil has. The programs that we offer is one-year flagship PGPM course and one-year flagship PGPM in HR, which is HRLP. So for PGPM, you are required to have 2 years of work experience, and the specializations that are offered are marketing, analytics, and finance. Whereas in PGPM of HRLP, this is for future HR leaders, who are extremely passionate about for value addition into organizations through the role, which freshers can also apply. Next, we have soil career services and placement details, which is that the CMS that we have here, they act as a partner in career planning, readiness, and placements by identification of interest areas and career focused activities. So the CMS team here is, I'll say, one of those people, everybody just goes to them and gets their doubts sorted, like, okay, how do I go forward with this and other things. They help you to identify where is it that your interest lies, and to build your documentation or your, like, from a personality development perspective as well, that how you're supposed to present yourself, how you are able to and help you with other various activities that assist you in building yourself for the corporate world or the real world waiting for you out there. We the career focused activities that they help us with is the individual development plan. That's the IDP plan, which is majorly at play during the mentorship programs, group discussions and interview preparation sessions, industry leadership talks, in which there are really skilled and fine industry leaders with whom we get to interact, which at times honestly feels that would have been not possible otherwise, and mentorship by industry leaders. Uh, if you're planning your career from day one in an MBA program, that will be really helpful for you, because it's consistency is the key in building yourself and your futures. So establishing your clear career goals and objectives, researching about the industries and companies of interest, networking and participating in internships and externships is what will help you build that. And developing key skills and knowledge relevant to your desired career path is what is truly going to help you. Like, as I just mentioned, consistency is the key. Thank you. That'll be it for from the deck perspective. I would now, like my colleagues to just get on board and help with their introductions, and then we'll jump into the question and answer round. Manan, would you like to go first?
Yeah, hi. Hi, my name is Manan, and I come from Kullu, Himachal Pradesh. I've done my schooling there as well. I've been part of different activities there. I was head of my school, and I participated in many sporting activities as well. I got good academics back there then. After that, I moved to Chennai for my BTech. There I did my engineering in civil, and there also I've been class representative and a captain of a college team there. And then I got placed in CET. There I spent 2 years. I got promoted as assistant manager in my second year. And then I left CET. I had different career plans, and I chose soil because of all the things that Mehergeet said. I too had many queries, and I attended this kind of webinar to solve them. After coming to soil, I chose analytics as my major, as I wanted to move into IT. And yeah, then there might be any if questions you can ask us or Navleen, and I'll like Navleen to take her introduction.
Thank you so much, Manan. Hi, everyone. My name is Navleen, and I'm majoring in marketing. This is an active reflection of my 1 year journey here at Soil, so that it gives you guys some perspective and makes your decision-making process a lot more easier. I would just quickly ask Meher to share the screen so that I can deep dive into the CMS explanation of the CMS Career Services Management team at Soil and describe the placement process a little bit. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the career services teams here at Soil starts getting into action right from the day one. They try to identify the student interest areas, and they try to kind of gauge the previous industry experience and domain knowledge that a student might have. And given it's an executive program and most students come here with certain amount of industry experience, the CMS team actively sits with them and tries to understand what are their career aspirations and where does their interest area lies, and basis which they start preparing a list of companies that they would be inviting that year. Then they also, the other facet of it is to start preparing the students. So right from the beginning, we form the placement committee and then tag every student under some place comma, and then the practice sessions start. So be it CV writing or mock interviews and group discussions, or in general networking tips and tricks, all of these are shared by the CMS team via the place commas that they had appointed in order for the batch to be prepared for the placements coming in the forthcoming semester. Apart from that, the participating companies that we have at Soil have been updated on our website. So it's an exhaustive list of companies, so I will not take much time in naming each one of them. The only thing that I would like to point out is that these are the numbers in terms of placement for the previous year, 2021, 2022. So the average that year was 11 lakhs, and the highest CTC was 19 LPA. So, and if you are somebody who's already had some sort of an experience, this is from the ROI perspective, I think this college could be one of the right choice and something that you should dive and kind of consider. Apart from that, there were 43 companies that participated in the placement process last year, given the pandemic situation. So it's always possible that the numbers might increase in the future. And yeah, from the placement perspective, this is what Soil has to offer. And I can understand that placements are one of the most important or key criteria while choosing a college. So I would highly recommend every candidate to go to the website and check the placement report. It's absolutely transparent, and it will give you guys some perspective around what the college has to offer, and are the companies or the profiles something that you would want to apply for or you would want to build your career in. So I think this will be it from my side. And Manan, if you'd like to.
Yeah, you go to the last slide, Mehgit. I like to, explain it further and deep dive into it. So you need to, be in your A game from day one when you come to MBA program. You need to be top of your skills. You need to be aware. You need to be alert. I'll share my point of view, my journey as well while explaining these points. First of all, you need to establish clear career goals and objectives. You need to define what you want from MBA and what kind of career you want to pursue. You want to go into IT, you want to go into operations, what field you want to go in. There will be some time given to you when you will be exposed to different subjects, but you need to decide this prior, and you need to focus while coming to this college while pursuing an MBA. The second thing is you need to research industries and companies that interest you. You need to take time to research different industries, companies, and different roles that will align with your career. And this will help you, identify different job opportunities that come into campuses. That just like Navleen mentioned, different companies come with different roles, and you need to learn what skills and qualifications are required. Suppose I wanted to go into BA. Uh, I don't have a prior experience to that, or I don't have any kind of internship regarding BA. So I need to learn certifications. I need to do certification. I need to know more about that role, like what happens in that role, whether that role align with my myself or not. Next one of the most important things that you need to be aware is you need to build a network with whether it be alumni, professor, or industry professionals that come to your college to give lectures. You need to be there. You need to be present there. You need to listen to them, and you need to build relationship, just like I said. And you can provide your valuable advice. Plus, there is a mentorship program that happens in soil. You'll be provided with two mentors, one internal and one external. And internal is more close to you, who will be most probably from soil, who will give you, if you're facing day-to-day problems, or you want any specific advice, you can go to them. And there is also an external mentor where he'll be telling you about the industry, what happens in industry, what are the things you need to do, and how you will be exposed to industry. Next is you need to participate in internship or job shadowing opportunities, or just like I said, certifications. So soil doesn't give you any time to do any kind of internship. So if you want to do an internship, you need to take your time off after the college, or you need to do certification so that you can get hands-on experience. Uh, Next is you need to build a strong professional network and personal brand. Networking is crucial in any career, as you all know, and it's especially important in MBA. Building a strong professional network can help you find easily your job, and you'll be more comfortable in that job. Next is develop key skills and knowledge relevant to your desired career path. For that, I'll suggest that you are present in every class. You take subjects that are help you to build your career, help you to gain knowledge about that subject. Coming to next point is identify and participate in leadership and extracurricular curricular activities. So personally, if I say, when I came to soil, I kind of had stage fear, and how I came over it, I participated in extracurricular activities. I participated in dance activities, whether it be, there are many activities that happened in soil, and you need to be in those if you want, if you have stage fear or something like that. And you need to, there are different roles you can take up, like Mehergit is uh, RA in HR, and Navleen is RA in marketing. I'm also RA in SIP. So I'm club associate club head of fitness. So you'll be given a chance to be a part of different roles, and I suggest you take all those roles. and utilize career service and resources offered by this program. Navleen has already mentioned how a CMS team will help you get through the placements, and yes, it does really help. It'll help you. It'll take mock interviews. It'll find the gaps you are lacking, and then it will attack those gaps. You will realize you have to introspect a lot also. Like I did a lot of introspecting myself. You need to identify those gaps, and you need to work on those gaps. Stay informed of industry trends and developments. Reading news is the key. You need you when you wake up, you are waking up with the morning newspaper, and when you sleep, you're watching a video on YouTube on some finances or what are the things happening in the world. It's the story of every guy who entered a MBA college. You need to continuously evaluate and adjust your career plans. It's important. You need to be flexible and open to new opportunities. And you need to continuously evaluate and adjust your career plans as needed to ensure that you are always on the right track. Yeah, so that's it from my side as well. Uh, if you have any question and answers, we can have them. So there's a question from Ashwin Chandran. Like, hi, I am Ashwin Chandran. I am currently working at TCS for the past 2 years. I have applied at Soil for my PGPM and I have put analytics as my first preference. Can you please tell us the opportunities and placement as brief for analytics? So I'll take this question as I have a analytics background. Chandran, my previous background was civil in C8. I was in C8. So that was not aligned with what I'm doing. So that is not the issue. Analytics is one of the good branches in soil, and you have plethora of opportunities here. Most of the companies I get right now also the maximum batch is placed from analytics as well. More than I guess 60 or 70% of the batch is placed in analytics. So yes, the placement is good. Around just the Navleen said the package is around, and opportunities are also a lot. So I hope I have answered your question, Ashwin. Few companies I can name for the analytics that came was Cognizant came, Newgen one of them, and there's any other company, Navleen, if you'd like to add.
Yes, sure. For analytics, I think we also had Genpact. Uh, we had Infosys, and then a few startups. I don't really remember the name, but then that's the reason I asked the participants to please feel free to go to the website and check the placement report. It's very exhaustive. It has the list of all the companies that visited last year, and it's very likely that they will continue because we have a very strong relationship with them. And also from the package point of view and the profiles point of view, it's a perfect place to be. You get answers to all your questions. So I think the placement report is the best place to answer your placement related queries. If you have any further queries, please feel free to reach out to us. I will add my LinkedIn profile in the chat box. So if you still have questions, you can ask me over LinkedIn. But otherwise, I would highly recommend to go check the placement report on the website.
Tech Mahindra is also one of them, I guess, which came for analytics. Yeah. So there are many companies. It's just not on our top of our head, but there are. Second question is Osumon Bordoloi. I hope I read your name correct. Hi, sir. I have one question. As a fresher student, should I apply to MBA colleges or programs which are not AICTE approved? We all had this in our mind while applying to this college. Let me tell you. Example: Soil PGPM HR. Will it create problems in switching jobs in the future? Mehergit, if you can take this.
Sure. Uh, okay. So there's one, I'll say no issues, first of all. especially for PGPM HR. I came to Soil because I had seniors in my previous organizations who were pass outs from Soil. So after thorough discussions and understanding the impact that Soil had in their careers, after that I selected Soil. As far as being a fresher is concerned, we have three freshers in our PGPM HR batch. All three of them had this, they took this leap of faith, joined Soil, and let me tell you, all three of them are doing wonderfully amazing in the program and throughout their journey as well. Those were the ones who were, who I'll say being a fresher, you have the opportunity to have your paths and your focus areas cleared as soon as possible. And that's what happened with my colleagues, fresher colleagues from my current batch as well. They had such conviction towards what they want to do in their life that yes, it is the resources or the knowledge that matters instead of an approval. As far as switching jobs in the future is concerned, so as I said, I have plenty of seniors who are the alumni of Soil itself. So while you have to make sure, or you have to have this much clarity in your mind that apart from a approval, such a technical approval, while you're moving into a skill-based industry, it is your skills and your knowledge, or if may I say, your hold on the subject or the area that really matters, rather than whether the organization or whether the institute you passed on from, whether that had a technical approval or not. So there will be no issues in switching careers if you would want, or switching jobs in the future, as your question says. And as far as PGPM HR is concerned, well, the course, it's not just even PGPM HR, I'll say all the specializations that we have at Soil in PGPM, they equip you enough that you're ready for the future and the real world and taking on any kind of, challenges and growing in your careers further. So, yeah, I hope I was able to answer your question.
Ashwin has asked one more question. Hi, for PGPM, a minimum of 2 years industrial experience is required, right? Yeah. So there are two PGPM, PGPM HR, PGPM BLP. For HR, it can be a fresher. For BLP, yes, you need a minimum 2 years of industrial experience. Only then you are qualified to be in that program. I hope I've answered this question as well.
I would just like to add one thing. By BLP, Maran means Business Leadership Program.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the freshers would know that. So the flagship PGPM program here at Soil is divided into two cohorts: the HR PGPM in HR and PGPM BLP, which is Business Leadership Program. And under BLP, we have three domains: marketing, finance, and analytics. So these are the majors that students take up. And for the business leadership cohort, it is absolutely mandatory to have a 2 years work experience. But as we've already discussed, with for HR, you can still apply if you're a fresher, and the learning is not compromised. So you'll have a very enriching experience here. So I would just like to request all the participants to please, do not hesitate. You can just drop your queries in the chat box, and we would love to answer them.
Okay, guys. So we have another question that is coming from the part that when you're changing your domain or like you're changing your education background, rather say. So it says that how do you leverage your previous education background and work experience while joining an MBA? Naveen, would you like to take that answer?
Yeah, sure. Uh, so this question actually is very relevant for an individual like me because I have a very different pre-MBA background. I am a graduate in life sciences from the University of Delhi, and then I went on to work in the edtech sector, and I was doing operations management there, and that's where I discovered my calling, and then shifted to marketing, and I'm majoring in marketing here. So, in my opinion, whatever skills and knowledge that you have, developed over the years would never go in vain. It will help you aid in your career in some way or the other. Now, if you ask me, how's it helped me, for example, so I would say that I was from a life sciences background, and I enjoyed, reading about biology and all of that. And when I joined Soil, I started my own blog, which says MBA Logy. So it's a platform where I communicate or talk about or write about two very interesting topics that interest me, which is management and biology. And trust me, this has been a talking point in all the interviews that I've ever given. And people get actually intrigued and they really want to know how am I able to relate to totally diverse and totally unrelated topics. So if you know how to leverage your previous experience, there's nobody who can stop you. And for that matter, a lot of students in our batch are from engineering backgrounds, and they're also taking up subjects like marketing, HR for that matter, and analytics, which is an obvious choice for some. So, your technical expertise will always help you when you start your corporate journey. So, while managing a team of people, if you have that technical skill and your technical bent of mind, it will obviously help you with your career progression. So, please, don't have this misconception that I have not done a BBA or a BCom and I'm not from the commerce field, so MBA might not be the right choice for me, or I'm not an engineer and MBA is an obvious choice for an engineers. It's nothing like that. We as a batch have students like myself from life sciences background. We also have students from the political science background. There are some who've done humanities, some who've done CA, or we're preparing for CA. So all of that is there. So if you know how to leverage your previous experience, there's no stopping, and MBA will just be an add-on and will just help you try to understand where your interest lies and just build upon it. So I think for somebody who's already had experience, and this is from my personal point of view, Soil could be the right choice because we've had a lot of transformation in terms of career paths. So over the years, more than 50% of the batch has changed streams and very, very seamlessly done that. So if you're somebody who's actually looking to transform, for example, from an engineering to an HR degree, or like myself, from a life sciences to a marketing degree, Soil can help you make that process a lot more seamless. Having said that, please do your research thoroughly, go through the website. It answers all your question. Reach out to students who are currently studying in Soil, like myself and Mehergeet and Manan. Please feel free. We're always candid and we're always forthcoming, and we want to share our experiences with you. So please make an informed call. And if you are considering Soil, please feel free to reach us. And I hope that makes your process a little more smoother and it gives you guys some perspective. Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen. Now we have a question for you, which is that how much does the peer group matters while doing an MBA? And what were the ways through which you, built your network over this the past year?
Yeah, I guess in case of MBA, it matters a lot as most of your projects will be a peered group based, and it will help you learn a lot of things. It will help you, to work in diverse environment, people who have different approach to different people. You'll exposed to different solving problem. You'll exposed to different kind of how you can solve a problem, as most of the people come from different backgrounds. We have people from all over the India, I guess. There are people from north, there are people from south, there are people from east and west as well. So yes, peer and peer group learning helps you a lot in a lot of ways. Uh, and uh, uh, there are different projects, different uh, things that are there in soil. Like if you'll take extra curricular activities as well. So we have done a few dances from south, from north. We have done Punjabi. We celebrate everything here. So yes, working in diverse group is fun. And how we can build network is just as I mentioned, that you need to connect with the teachers, you need to connect with external mentors, you need to be there on time, and you need to be in different leadership series that we have here. A lot of people, a lot of industry people come here to give lectures on their experience, and we have a ILC as well, so you can build your network there. So that will help you building your network and connecting to different people. Plus you need to I have updated my LinkedIn, and it plays a major role in building a network. So yeah, updating LinkedIn is also one of the key you need to do when you come here.
Thank you so much, Manan. We have a question that how many papers do we have in the first term PGPM HR? Well, Usman, I will highly recommend you to get onto the website. The PGPM HRLP page lists out all the courses that you have in all the three terms. So that will, like assist you in getting a better understanding in terms of what subjects are there, what courses are there, and just a basic understanding. It will also help you in narrowing down, okay, what you need to, just study or have prior knowledge of before joining onto the course. So, just a brief idea and everything. So that's that. In terms of how many courses in which term, it's beautifully listed out on the website. So I'll highly recommend you to go onto the page and get through that. Thank you.
Plus this is a journey I guess no one will forget. It's rigorous. You will be waking up at 1 in the night to do
I
your
agree.
projects. You'll get mails.
I agree.
And so that's why I said you need to be prepared. And believe me, it's when you work with a group working on the projects, waking up in the night, it is fun. You will remember after, some while that we used to do. So don't worry about it. People who come here will do it. You just need to take that leap of faith, I guess. Yeah.
As we say here that this is that 1 year that we are investing heavily towards our growth and our future. So while this 1 year of our journey, uh, you really have to ask yourself or remind yourself, why did you join it at the first place? Whenever you feel a bit of doubt coming in or creeping into you, and just reminding yourself that this is the time you set aside just for yourself and for your growth, and that you need to show up at every event, at every opportunity that this platform provides you with.
Yeah. So there's one more question that I've cleared CAT 22. So for the admission process, will there be another exam from the institute side? Is STAT mandatory? Is STAT mandatory for taking admission in this file? Uh, can't hear you, Naveen.
Do you want me to take this?
Yeah, yeah, please,
Yeah, sure,
please.
please.
Okay. So CAT or any other entrance test for that matter is not a mandate to get into soil. So we conduct our own talent appreciation test, which comes in different shapes and forms. So we have an aptitude test. Then there is a psychometric test. And then we also ask you to map your life journey, so far. So these are some of the ways that we would like to assess if the person is the right fit for soil, because soil has a philosophy of nurturing character and not just focusing on building competencies, because that's what most B schools in and around the country are doing. So the major USP of soil is that it invests heavily in building the character, and building a character along with competency in an individual. So a general aptitude test is not a mandate. And I think from what I recall, most students here at Soil have taken up the STAT test, even if they had certain aptitude test scores with them. So from the admissions perspective, I think it would be helpful if you check the website, because the entire process is listed there. But I would say that CAT is not a mandate, and we have our own way of analyzing and assessing whether the student is the right fit, and whether a student will be able to take on the kind of rigor that soil will offer. So I think from that perspective, you guys can, to get more clarity on the admission process, check the website, or contact the admissions team. Either way works. Sorry. So they'll be better, in a better position to guide you. But otherwise, CAT is not a mandate, and you can feel free to apply even if you don't have your CAT score. That's it from my side. Thank you.
And you'll also be receiving that report of stat where you can analyze yourself also, like what are the key areas you need to improve, what are your best strengths, and what can be your kind of weaknesses you can improve as well. So it's fun test. You don't need to worry if you have clear cat. Stat is a good fun test for you. You'll enjoy while giving it. Yeah.
Precisely. And because you've mentioned about the report, this brings me to the IDP program, which is the individual development plan that we have here at Soil. So basis your STAT report, you will get to sit with your internal mentor, which would be somebody from the faculty, a professor from the faculty. And along with them, an industry practitioner that you would be tagged along in form of your external mentor. So you sit down with your internal and external mentor along with your STAT report and start building upon your individual development plan. And at that point in time, your STAT report will come in handy, wherein they describe all your strengths and some of the qualities that you would want to leverage and you want to build upon, so that it helps you in the career that you aspire to take in the future, and also help you achieve the goals that actually matter to you. So from that perspective, I think it gives you some idea that soil isn't just about getting you placed at a so and so CTC. It's about developing you holistically from the personal and professional perspective. And with exams like STAT, and with community outreach program like SIP, which is Social Innovation Program, where they tag you to a lot of NGOs. They're just trying a lot to develop you as an individual and not just make you employable. So if you're somebody who values this, soil would really be the right choice. And this is how the admission process pans out, and it just doesn't end with your entry to the program, but it is carried forward throughout the year in form of your IDP, which is your development plan, so that you by the end of the year feel the transformation yourself. So yeah, that's it.
I guess we have answered most of the question, most of the queries that you guys have, and I'll suggest you both also, and I'm also sharing my LinkedIn profile with them. So if they have any other query or have any other doubt, if they want to ask, they can reach out to us. So I've just shared my LinkedIn link with you all. You can connect me there. And thank you for be a participant in this webinar, and we hope that we have answered all your queries, and we'll be happy to answer all these queries in the future as well. Anything else you want to add, or shall we close the session?
But I think that was very well summarized, and I would also just like to wish every participant all the best. And I know it's a very important decision of your life, and we were also at that side of the table a year back, so completely understand. Please feel free to reach out to anybody from the campus, be it professors, faculty members, or the students, and we would be more than happy to guide you, and highly recommend to take an informed call. Even if you join soil or any other b school, please go to their website and make sure that you talk to the people who are behind that website so that you get a better perspective. Wishing you a very, very uh, you know prosperous journey, and I hope that you find what you're looking for. Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining in, guys. And I think this brings us to the end. Hope you have a great time ahead and the best comes your way. Thank you.